Hey friend, in the last episode, I shared the eye-opening results from my own foundational functional lab test. If you haven't listened to that yet, I'd encourage you to check it out. But today we're taking the next step. We're talking about what it means to stop guessing and start testing because, let's be honest, most of us have spent years trying to piece together our health with good intentions, but without the full picture. If you've ever said, I'm eating healthy, but I still feel exhausted. I'm eating clean, but I'm still bloated and I can't lose weight. I'm doing all the things and nothing's working. I guess this is just part of getting older. Then this episode is for you.
Are you a busy woman in leadership who feels pulled in 1,000 directions? Do you wrestle with perfectionism, people-pleasing, or never feeling like you're enough no matter how successful you are on paper? Are you longing for more time, more peace, and more energy to live and lead the way God intended? Sister, you are right where you need to be. Hi, I'm Tanya, a wife, mom, healthcare leader, Christian life coach, and functional health practitioner. I spent decades hustling for my worth through achievement and approval, only to end up burned out and exhausted. But God showed me a better way, a grace-fueled way. And now, I help women just like you break free from people-pleasing and overwhelm, lead well, live well, and be well. Here, we blend spirit-driven success with practical leadership, wellness, and mindset strategies so that you can multiply your time and impact without sacrificing your health or your family. If you're ready to lead well, live healthier, and finally find the peace and purpose God has waiting for you, you are in the right place. So roll up your sleeves, sister friends. It's time to reclaim your time, restore your joy, and lead from grace. And just as a reminder, the information you hear on this show is not meant to diagnose, manage, or treat disease. Always consult with your own health practitioner before you make any changes to your health.
Let's start with the honest truth. Most of us have been guessing about our own path to health, and guessing is exhausting. It's frustrating. And most of us have been doing it for years, whether we realize it or not. We've been trying supplements based on what our friends recommend or some infomercial or Facebook ad. We've tried workouts that worked for someone else or works for someone in their 20s, but not so much in our 40s and 50s. We've completely eliminated foods, adding them back and then cutting them out again. We've read all the blogs, we've followed the influencers, we've Googled our symptoms at midnight with one eye open and one eye closed. And sometimes we've even tried just ignoring the symptoms altogether, pushing through the fatigue, blaming the mood swings on our hormones, brushing off the brain fog as a normal part of aging or stress. But guess what? Guessing will only take you so far. And if you're in your 40s or 50s, your body is going through some real changes. Shifts in hormone balance, digestion, detoxification, and your response to stress. No wonder the old tricks aren't working anymore. And yet, conventional medicine often doesn't offer much unless your labs are alarming. You're told you're fine when your body is screaming, I'm not fine. That's where functional health comes in. Not as a trend, but as a method for bringing some clarity. Functional lab testing helps you stop shooting in the dark. It is a missing piece between optimal health and disease state. Unfortunately, conventional medicine and lab testing is not designed to identify opportunities for health. It's designed to identify and treat disease. And I want to stop and say, thank goodness we have so many amazing physicians practicing conventional medicine. I know and work with many of them, and I have many of them to thank for catching and treating disease even in my own life and in my family's. And my daughter is in medical school right now, and she will be one of those physicians. She's going to be a pediatrician. Functional health is not here to lay claim on or diminish the importance of modern conventional medicine. There's a whole lot of work and money that goes into earning a medical degree, and a non-medical doctor, functional health practitioner, doesn't function in the scope of diagnosing and treating disease. We find help and healing opportunities. But I do want to be very clear. Identifying healing opportunities and taking your own health into your own hands is the most powerful and effective thing you can do to prevent disease and or slow its progression. Health building is about proactively slowing the clock, reversing and preventing what we can by giving our bodies what they need to do what they were designed to do. Instead of treating the surface level symptoms, we get curious about why. Why are the symptoms there in the first place? What signals are they giving us? What are they trying to tell us? Why are you so tired? Why does your energy crash mid-afternoon? Why does it seem like you can't focus or you can't find words you've known all your life? Why can't you spend an entire Saturday cleaning your house without so much as a water break like you did in your 20s and your 30s? Why do you feel sore and moody and irritable even though your blood work looks, quote, normal? Well, here's what makes functional lab testing different than conventional lab testing. They look at how systems are functioning, not just whether you have a disease. They uncover patterns, not just problems. They are proactive instead of reactive, and they help us build a customized, non-cookie cutter approach to healing. And listen, I know it can feel intimidating at first. I'm a healthcare leader. I've worked in conventional healthcare for decades, almost 30 years. And even I felt a little overwhelmed when I got my own functional lab results. But then what I realized was that these results weren't a list of problems. They were a roadmap to healing. I literally felt like I finally got a picture of how my body is functioning on a multi-system level, and it got pieces to a puzzle I've never seen in my entire life. I got more information in one set of labs than I have gotten in forever. It's information that connects a whole bunch of dots and allows me to see what is within my power to influence naturally on my own. It's information that clearly shows me what decades of chronic stress has done to my body systems and my hormone balance. These markers explain the fatigue, the focus issues, the blah feeling that I couldn't shake. And that's the power of testing. It brings clarity where there's been confusion. Here's the kicker. The best diet in the world won't help if it doesn't work for your unique body. That supplement that worked wonders for your friend, it could actually make you feel worse. That intermittent fasting routine you're trying, it might be helping you, or it might be fueling you a stress response instead of a healing response. You need a plan that is informed by your unique metabolism, your unique lab results, your unique lifestyle, and your unique symptoms. You need a plan built around your stress response, which is informed by your cortisol rhythm and stress hormone balance, your gut health, your energy production systems, your food sensitivities, your gut integrity, and your immune function. When I say you need a personalized plan, I don't just mean a plan that's different for each person. I mean specific to what your labs are showing, paired with what your symptoms are saying, and grounded in the way that God designed your body to work. As functional health practitioners, we're trying to support the design that's already good. We're clearing out what's in the way of the healing that God already wired your body to do. Let me give you an example. Let's say a woman is experiencing brain fog, afternoon fatigue, anxiety, trouble losing weight. Now, kind of generic conventional advice might say, Try some medication for your anxiety. Cut out the carbs. Take a multivitamin. Get some sunshine. Get more sleep. Now, those things aren't bad things, but what if her symptoms are being triggered by elevated cortisol in the evening, gut inflammation from a food sensitivity she doesn't even know she has, mitochondrial dysfunction at a cellular level due to past chronic stress, or hormone imbalance due to liver congestion? No amount of generic advice will fix that. But with functional testing, we know exactly where to start supporting healing. It's not about chasing symptoms, it's about building back the foundations of health. Now, if this is all new to you, here's what a kind of general functional approach to healing actually looks like. First, we test. We start with foundational functional lab testing to get some real data that will show where your biggest opportunities for healing are. Second, we correlate. We review that test data or those test results and we connect them to the symptoms you're feeling. Not just what's off, but what it means for your life and your goals. Then we plan. We build a healing protocol together that includes recommendations around nutrition specific to you, sleep hygiene, exercise, stress reduction and nervous system support, and possibly some targeted supplementation. And then we coach. We walk it out together in bits that are digestible, pardon the pun, that make sense for you. Building as we go along with grace and accountability. No hustle, no stress, no guilt, just sustainable healing. This is what I'm stepping into with my functional health coaching practice, and it's the kind of care I wish I'd had years ago. I know I sound a little weird and nerdy, probably, but I'm honestly so excited and passionate about this work. I'll be sharing more of the amazing changes I've already been seeing in my own health within a very short amount of time. And spoiler alert, my weight, something that's always been put as a primary focus for my entire life, with history of body image issues and weight loss issues, that's something that is changing without intentional effort and merely as a side effect of focusing first on building health instead of first on losing weight. I'm not counting calories or measuring my food, and yet I've seen some pretty significant weight loss at a healthy rate that has seemed impossible for the last several years. I literally want to shout on the mountaintops how revelational this whole experience is. So if you've been guessing, if you've been Googling your symptoms at midnight, if you've been told you're fine but you know you're not, I want you to hear this. You are not broken. And I know you're not making this stuff up and you're not too far gone. You just need support. And you can and you deserve to live better. So here's your next step. Reach out to me directly at gracefilledleader.com/contact to ask me some questions, or get on my interest list for coaching at gracefilledleader.com/health. God created your body with an incredible ability to heal. Let's partner with that design together. You don't need to guess, you need a guide. I would love to walk this out with you. And until next time, be gentle with yourself and remember you can be strong and still need support. I strongly encourage you to start looking at how you can build health now rather than deal with disease later down the road. That's not an overstatement. It is truth. Friends, until next time, lead well, live well, and be well. I pray this episode blessed you, spoke to you, or encouraged you in some way. If so, please share it with a friend and head on over to Apple Podcasts to leave me a review. That's the only way for me to know if you're enjoying the show. Nothing blesses me more than to hear from you. Also, come on over to our free Facebook community. This is a great place for us to support one another on our faith and leadership journeys. You can find the link to the group in the show notes or go to gracefilledleader.com/community. If you have questions or content ideas for the show, please send me a message on SpeakPipe or via email. Go to gracefilledleader.com/contact and leave a written or voice recorded message. I would love to know how I can best serve you on the podcast. Now to Him who can do immeasurably more than we can ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us. Ephesians 3, verse 20. Until next time, my friends, God bless.